A last question for you, Caroline. How do you find the right balance for yourself between like enjoying your lifestyle and living well, but also making sure that you're providing for, the bigger goals that you've got financially?
Well, it's probably falling back on some of those well-worn tactics and cliches about paying yourself first. And I wish I had done this when I was in my 20s. I wish I had done this.
Yeah.
But the appeal of the pub and the parties was just too strong. So I pay myself first, and as I say, I'm very debt averse, so I don't carry any debt, so I don't have to worry about servicing that. And instead, I have bank accounts and savings pots dotted all over the place. And so the very first thing I do when I get paid my salary is do all those allocations. And based on that, then I can then go, okay, right, where else can I, like at every touch point, I'm trying to squirrel away little amounts over the course of the month. If I think, I've got a bit more room there, maybe I'll just tip a few pounds in. And so it's to me, it's rather than it being something that I leave on the long finger, it's the best part of the payday experience is to put it in.
Yes.
And half the time, I don't even look at the balance. And I recently was looking at the balance of some of these accounts and going, oh, look at that. What I managed to do. And that's a really nice feeling. I mean, equally then that immediately came the next thought of, I could get a nice couch.
Yes.
Be domestic as that. But it's that nice sense of, I didn't even notice it grow. I didn't even feel the pain of it because it went out first. I paid myself first. And so, it is, as you say, those kind of old worn cliche tactics, but they work. They're very.
Well, that's why they're the most popular things. It's like we talk to so many people and they're trying to buck the trend and come up with these new, ways of doing stuff. It's like, guys, these are the ones that have been around forever because they're the ones that work the most effectively. But I love a good bucket system. We use that. I use it personally for myself. We use it a lot with our clients, and it's also that making sure that you're hacking your psychology and getting that motivational boost where, like you say, you don't even need to necessarily look at the balance, but you feel the money doing and you go, yes, I'm doing it. Yes, it's happening. Then you get more motivated to keep on going, especially when you've got such a big goal.
And it's also like that psychological safety, as you say, of knowing I've got a little cushion there. I won't get caught with my pants down again. I've got that little bit of a cushion. So, that's really reassuring. But also, I mean, just you talking about it, I think every generation thinks that they're reinventing the wheel and that they're on I can vividly remember my nana who she obviously lived through the war, and she had the bucket system herself, except these are glass jars, jam jars. That, Lecky Bill and whatever, rent and groceries, and she would every week would put from the brown pay packet all her little buckets, and I'm sure she saw somebody else do that before, and all the way through the different generations. Nothing new, but as you say, it works, and that sense, that behavioral finance, that psychological safety.
And we're just getting more and better tools that are making it easier and easier for us to do it, which is great. So no excuses out there, team. All right.
Well, here's the thing too. I know for some people they like to automate the process, and good on them if that's what works for them. For me, I like to physically do it. I don't know why. For me, as I say, that behavioral finance piece of just, I really enjoy moving the money across.
I think you've got to be the right person to do that though, because if you're the sort of person that gets busy and doesn't do it, then the wheels can sort of fall off. And I think a lot of people, we run to this default strategy, which is whatever we're doing, we just keep doing it. You've built the habit now to do it, and that's your default strategy. But sometimes people need that if they have to be too involved, and it doesn't happen. And then we look for excuses in our mind to say that it's not working, and then we just give up, and then it's back to the spending spree and not.
That's me in the biscuit tin. I haven't quite done that. It's pretty much described exactly the discussions that happened between me and why I love Tin Tally so much.
Well, Caroline, thank you so much for joining us. Some great tips there. For anyone that's interested in learning more about BTC markets and getting involved, what's the best next step for them?
Come on to our website, btcmarkets.net, and have a look around there. We've just revamped our onboarding process. Hopefully it'll be an even smoother journey through. We are listening to our user base around bringing out an app. So I hope you watch that space. That should be coming out soon, which will make things a bit easier for people, because exactly as you say, it's kind of about creating those easy practices and behaviors to help them get through. But come in, and if anyone has any questions about crypto, I'm more than happy to respond to anyone who has any questions and stuff. So you can either contact me through LinkedIn is probably the best way. I'm all over there. Everyone keeps giving out to me about the amount of coverage I'm on LinkedIn. So.
Cool. We'll put that. We'll put your profile into the show notes for anyone that's keen to reach out, and appreciate the offer.
Thank you very much.